time for another 16-bit pickups video. Woo! So first up is Phantom Brave, strategy RPG from Nihon Ichi Software, I believe their name is. Is missing the manual. They were asking 15 for this, but I traded it for my double of Story of Thor for the Mega Drive, and they still gave me like 30 bucks, 30 euros on top of this, so pretty good deal. This is a fun game as well. So Julian did a drive-by with his bicycle, and he had a lot of things laying aside for me. So first up is this Power Ranger from 1993, I believe. This one was 20 cents or something, the same price he paid in the thrift store. 10 bucks for this beat up copy of Judge Dredd on the SNES. I actually like this game a lot on the Mega Drive. I don't know if the SNES version is any good. Probably is the same game. Although sometimes it can differ with those SNES games. In any case, oops, I forgot something. I was watching this yesterday. This is a stack of DVDs and Blu-rays I got for him. They were all super cheap, so I'm not gonna name individual prices. Shazam! Used to love the comic book of Captain Marvel back as a kid. Watched it last night. It's a pretty good movie, but I did fall asleep during it, so but that's pretty common these days since I'm an old man. One of my all-time favorites, Johnny Depp in Edward Scissorhands. Got the Laserdisc, but to be kind of future-proof, I picked up the Blu-ray as well. This one is more for my son, Cars 2. Hope he likes it. Should probably see the first Cars, I guess. And it also has a loose copy of The Little Mermaid inside, which is, he loves watching the Little Mermaid songs in Dutch on YouTube, so I think this is about the first long play movie I will try to show him. I tried with Robin Hood from Disney, but after a while he got bored of it. Also, one of my all-time favorites is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I think I have seen this film already 3 or 4 times, so I love it. So I guess I picked up the Blu-ray for that reason. And these are 2 super bit DVDs. Julian picked them up for me at a thrift store a couple of weeks ago, months maybe ago. There were more DVDs, but yeah, not all movies were the ones I was interested in. If you don't know, the super bit means that they use a higher bit rate for the quality, so it maximizes the video quality on disc and doesn't have any extra. So this is the best quality you can get on a DVD. Yeah, this is Godzilla, of course. It's funny, it says that you can play it on a PS2 as well, which is of course normal. Godzilla, not the best Godzilla, but still a fun movie to watch. And Anaconda, which is one of those other films from the late 90s with Ice Cube. See, the DVDs are actually really bare. Don't know why that is. And then I went to the grocery store last week, I guess, somewhere, and they had this big pallet full of books that were like marked really cheap. Like they probably purchased like a big lot of books just to resell, so that at least in the grocery store you could buy some literature during this lockdown time. I found 2 books that interested me. Ultimate Star Wars Guide. They were both 5 euros. This one is already from Disney and also has the sets about The Force Awakens. It's from 2017, so I don't think it'll have what came after The Force Awakens. Yeah, this one is like you get characters, vehicles, locations, things like that. But it's actually a pretty cool book. I mean, I like Star Wars. I don't have a lot of Lego Star Wars because I do collect Legos, but more like the town and trains. But it's awesome to look at these pictures, so you don't actually have to buy the sets themselves. and for $5 I couldn't leave that behind. And this is the other book. This is an older one from 2015, so it was still just LucasArts, and it comes with this cool Luke minifigure, as you can see, a yellow Luke, which is awesome because I don't like the more modern, like skin-colored Lego figures. I prefer the original yellow Lego guys. So yeah, this one is. I think I like this book better. It's thinner, of course, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big Disney fan. This is also an awesome picture, like the Ewok village. Yeah, and then so as I said before on the podcast and several other occasions, I've been actually selling stuff. And to motivate me, I keep track of everything I sell in an Excel file, and then I spend the money again on big ticket items that I love, video game wise. So I actually sold all my Betamax tapes, I sold some old computers I didn't want anymore, I sold some video games, and I got around 300 euros cash. Well, cash, PayPal money, or bank account money. And I already spent everything. One item still has to arrive, but I bought the Neo Geo game Blues Journey, Ragui, Regai, I don't know how you pronounce it in Japanese. It's a really fun, colorful side-scrolling platformer. And these are the original AES releases, came in these cardboard boxes. I didn't have a game like that, so that's why I wanted one. Sadly though, during shipping or during customs check, the inlay got cracked, I guess during shipping, so it was perfect when the seller sent it. So we opened the case. That's the game cartridge, and that's the manual. I forgot how much this was. I think 140 shipped from Japan to Belgium, so that's pretty alright. Normally this is a pretty expensive game. Ooh. So yeah, and this is also a wet dream of mine since, I don't know, since forever. It's a Capcom CPS2 game cartridge. It's in its original box, as you can see. So this is an arcade game. The plastic is like really brittle. This is Street Fighter Alpha, or Street Fighter Zero as it's called in Japan. The game cartridge, it's a big cartridge of course, is in good condition. The seller listed it as non-working because it had some graphic glitches. Most of the times those things are fixable, so I will have to check it out. As you know or not know, the CPS2 game cartridges contain a battery that dies after a certain time, so if you don't use it enough, the game will actually self-destruct. Luckily, in 2015 or something, I think 12 maybe already, somebody figured out how to fix this, so it's all repairable. But what was also amazing is that not only did it come in its original box, because somebody used that as a shipping box, not to me, but that is the original game box. But it also came with all the flyers for the arcade machine. So that's pretty insane. These are like the little Neo Geo styled posters to put on your arcade machine. So, like this. And the instruction sheet, of course. And last but not least, these stickers to put on the game panel, so you know all the special moves. So that's why I really loved picking up this game. I paid $130 shipped for it from France, and today I actually paid for like the A board, like the game system. So the Capcom CPS2 games are always divided in two boards. You have the game board and you have the A board, as it's called, which is actually the game console, of course. Now I still need to make an adapter for my super gun, because traditionally JAMA based arcade games feature only 3 buttons. It changed with the Neo Geo to 4 buttons, sorry, but as you know, Street Fighter uses 6 buttons to play, so you need something that's called a kick harness, which is actually just a wire you plug into the A board, so that you can use all 6 buttons in your Capcom or any other like 6-button game. Later on there were different standards, of course, but Capcom was, I think, the first one who did it, and their name, the kick harness, remained. These are easily constructed with a couple of connectors and wires, of course, and then I'm gonna use an adapter to use the official Capcom SNES fighting stick. So I'm really looking forward to this, man, playing some Capcom games on the original arcade hardware. I know these have been ported to any system and you can get them super cheap, like on the Saturn, Japanese Saturn, for example. Dreamcast, you can get most of these games super cheap, but I always wanted to own an original Capcom CPS2 system. And now that I'm making money by selling stuff I don't want, it's actually easy. I mean, that's how the way I'm gonna continue. Of course, I'm still gonna pick up things from the thrift store, but for like really expensive items, I first want to sell stuff so that I get some money in my Excel sheet, and then I see, ooh, I got 200 euros, and then I just go to eBay and I just pick something out. I'm not gonna buy 20 10-euro games. I'm just gonna buy that one hot item that I've been wanting forever. So it's not that I'm turning into a reseller or something, but it's actually just more to motivate myself to sell stuff, because a lot of things I have no use for anymore. I just pick them up because I think they're cool, but then I'm most of the time too lazy to sell them. So yeah, that's why I do it. And then I get to pick up super sweet games like Blues Journey. I've been wanting this one for, I don't know, I discovered the Neo Geo, I guess, the home system, because I played the arcade games, especially Metal Slug, before, but I think I discovered the existence of the home system in 1998, and I've been marveling over it ever since. I bought the Neo Geo Pocket when it was brand new. In 2015 I bought a Neo Geo CD, which is also cool. Actually, a lot of people say, oh, the loading times, but for 90% of the games it actually works pretty awesome. I bought the arcade system in 2011, I guess, so I actually have all the options to play Neo Geo games, but for some reason I really want the AES, the home system, so slowly building my collection here, guys. Well, these are my pickups for this week, I guess. See you guys later. Bye.